Germany to close all 84 of its coal-fired power plants, will rely primarily on renewable energy.
Here's a summary of the article.
Germany to close all 84 of its coal-fired power plants, will rely primarily on renewable energy, Los Angeles Times. Germany, one of the world's biggest consumers of coal, will shut down all 84 of its coal-fired power plants over the next 19 years to meet its international commitments in the fight against climate change, a government commission said Saturday. Coal plants account for 40% of Germany's electricity, itself a reduction from recent years when coal dominated power production. The decision to quit coal follows an earlier bold energy policy move by the German government, which decided to shut down all of its nuclear power plants by 2022 in the wake of Japan's Fukushima disaster in 2011. The plan to eliminate coal-burning plants as well as nuclear means that Germany will be counting on renewable energy to provide 65% to 80% of the country's power by 2040. Powerful utilities and labor unions helped keep coal-burning plants operating, and previous governments even planned to expand the number of coal plants to compensate for the pending withdrawal from nuclear power. Despite its stumbles in recent years that led critics to accuse Germany of hypocrisy, Kempfert said Saturday's decision will make it likely that Germany can meet the target of a 55% reduction from 1990 CO2 levels by 2030 and an 80% reduction by 2050.
This post received a score of 31,070, with an upvote ratio of 94%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
Greater than the plan includes some $45 billion in spending to mitigate the pain in coal regions. The Commission's recommendations are expected to be adopted by Chancellor Angela Merkel's government. I'm assuming at least a portion of that is going towards retraining and job placement for those losing their coal jobs. I mean, they even had union representatives get behind the initiative. There's gotta be some good incentives for the workers. Greater than there's gotta be some good incentives for the workers. The subsidies that allow you to have a well-paying job are going away. We're offering you free training in other careers along with job placement programs if you're willing to adapt to modern society like everyone else and move. We just haven't quite figured out how to do the first part in the US, unfortunately. Also, are you high as shit right now?
Probably high ass hit. Coal miners are like BuzzFeed and Huffington writers. They should learn to code.
What the headline fails to mention is that this will be a slow process and the actual details on how to are still being discussed. The set date for the last coal plant to close is 2038. While the headline sounds like it's happening tomorrow.
Man, closing 84 coal plants in 20 years sounds like exceptionally fast, to me.
And yet it is still far too slow.
Better than what anyone else is doing. Except when they demoed them their nuclear plants. That was a step backwards for sure.
This is just an excuse to weaponize the Bagger 293.
Bagger 288, Bagger 288.
German here, will be interesting how this works out. Coal is still big, nuclear still not completely phased out. Old energy is greater than 50%. As of now, our renewables are not filling the resulting gap in the energy mix by any means. Either we can ramp this up massively or we become a massive importer of energy. I'm confused why you would show pictures of water vapor from cooling towers in the winter instead of emissions from the flue gas stacks.
'Cause dumbass reporters think water vapors are dirty emissions.
For those wondering, Germany has dozens of massive battery stations, including some hydro plants that can run backwards to pump water upwards for use later on to produce hydropower. They also have giant liquid chemical batteries where electricity storing chemicals are pumped between massive tanks. So no, storage of renewable energy is not an issue. They know what they are doing. Edit, currently 3 gigawatts and will be close to 7 by 2022. Total coal is 13 gigawatts at maximum output, but it's rarely run that high.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.